Hello, hello, hello. Hi, friends. I was just sitting here for a second, seeing the chat going. Let me know if you guys can hear me. For anyone that's new here, I'm Courtney, and I'm here to take you guys on a journey today because what wants to come through is a little frequency forecast for November, which starts on Monday. It also we start this next month with the new moon in Scorpio, and we're already in Scorpio season. So there's a lot going on. I haven't really had time to record anything to give you guys a little update. So I figured, why not do it live? Because here I am. Here I am live. I missed being live with you guys last Sunday, but I was very much enjoying my birthday weekend. So thank you all for being here today. Let us know where you're from. Someone let me know you can hear me and I'm not just talking to myself. I'm sure you would let me know if you couldn't hear me. I see South Dakota. Where else are we from here? Michigan, Alabama, Wisconsin, California, Michigan, Colorado. Yay, we can hear me. Okay, thank you. Mostly Serene. That's a great name. Florida, Colorado. Today, you think today's going to be a heavy one? I think today's going to be a powerful one. So, Seattle, Ohio, Canada. Yay. I'm in Canada. I'm in BC on Vancouver Island. It's so fun to me to have you guys here all over the world. And it's like in frequency mastery, in superconscious mastery, in all these things. There's so many of you in the States. There's been more people in Australia than in Canada. So it's fun when there's Canadians here with me. Yay, Canada. Maryland. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot coming through. So I sat today with source, with zero, and really tapped into what wanted to come through. And that's what wanted to come through was a little forecast of what to expect for this month. So I've written down a few things, but I'm pretty much just going to channel pretty soon and let it come through in the moment. As well as some kind of activation meditation. I'm definitely going to get us all to breathe again at the same time soon together to do some grid work because why not? We're here. And I also wanted to share, I'll share more at the end, but I decided because for the last couple months, I've been doing the Ascension sessions with the full and new moons and really loving them and loving you guys loving them, and that they really are timeless. You can purchase them at any time. So all the ones we've done are available. I tap in. I've always had the ability. I can channel and tap into the cosmic, transit to the portal at the time, bring through the magic. So whenever you find what has channeled through me, you're still going to get the power of that. And that was really fun for me to learn a while ago that I actually am a portal keeper, so I can open and close portals, and we'll go into all that at another time. But what I have decided, because we have the Scorpio new moon on Friday, so I was going to do an ascension session, but I really am feeling the power of Scorpio season, and I am a Scorpio moon. So our moon sign is like it's our emotional self. It's our depth. And I'm Libra sun. I'm Libra a lot of things, but the Scorpio in me is the part of me that has driven me through everything, that loves depth, that loves transformation, that is not content unless I'm ascending and unless I'm following my passion. And it's really, Scorpio season is such a powerful season for all of us, but especially for me. So I'm very excited to be in this season already. I'm feeling the shift, as well as to go through this Scorpio new moon with you guys. So I decided that I'm not messing around. Zero's not messing around for this Scorpio new moon. We're going to upgrade from a session to a masterclass. It's going to be 3 hours. It's still going to be sliding scale, but the starting price is going to be $22. Pay what you want from there, because it is going to be, I want anyone doing it to be fully committing to their ascension, to their transformation. I don't know what's going to come through, but I know when I open up to the fact that everyone coming is expecting deep transformation. We're going to go deep, and things are really gonna shift. They already shift here on YouTube daily for a lot of you. So when you enter into more intimate containers with me and I feel safe to fully let go and let zero come through, and the Scorpio energy and anything else that wants to channel through me for you, it really is next level. It can be taken to another level when everyone is there for the same intention at the same time and is really committed to that energy. So whether you're doing it live or the replay, it will be just as powerful. So I did drop the link below before I went live. If anyone wants to jump in, it's going to be at 1 p.m. PST on Friday. If you can't join live, you will get the replay. Okay, so just wanted to drop that for anyone that's been waiting for the information on that. I'm so excited. I love Scorpio new moon, obviously, because it's my moon. So expect beyond beyond power coming through me. Okay, so now that we got that out of the way, let's get into a little bit more. First of all, let's talk about November. So this energy, what has been channeling through me a lot the last few months is that from October on to the end of the year, it's really going to be us seeing and owning our personal power. And November is going to be the deepest catalyst of this. The more that through November, through this Scorpio season, you are seeing your personal power, your magic, your passion, you are going to, in December, really get to integrate it into a whole new way of being. And by the new year, there won't even be question. There won't even be question in January as to who you are and what you're here to do. We're going to start this new year, all of you that are here with me, we're starting this new year as our new identity without question, without doubt. We don't need to know what that means. We just know we're here living embodied, living super consciously in the now. So the biggest thing coming through for me for November is that we are really going to see our own power, how powerful we actually are. And that is going to mean a lot of things are going to have to shift and change, because the only way that you can live as your highest self in your sacred frequency, living as the embodiment of divinity that you're here to be, is if you are owning the power that you are. And so many of us, because I know everyone I attract is an empath, is sensitive, has been awake, aware, conscious your whole life, to whatever level you've known and owned that before now. I know it's true. So there's a lot of shit, there's a lot of things that we have buried deep, and that we have kind of what I'm seeing, what I've been getting this visual of is like these veils that we have over our light, right? And we've been going on this journey of this like great awakening, which came through in one of the mastery classes, one of the Ascension activations, I think, in Superconscious Mastery. Zero brought through about how this is like this great awakening we've been on is just us awakening to us. That's the ultimate thing that we're here doing, is we are awakening to our power, to our truth, to our divinity. But in awakening to that, we're seeing a lot of the ways that we've been denying it. And we're starting to become more conscious and aware of all of the ways that we haven't been who we're here to be. And it's not a time and a place for judgment or regret or feeling like we've done it wrong. There's no behind. There's only now. There is only ever now. And every opportunity or every moment is an opportunity to embody your divinity. And it's not about becoming anything. It's about being who we've always been, and remembering the truth of us. You already are everything that you want to be. You have everything you need. You are whole. You are complete. There's nothing you need to problem solve. There's nothing you need to fix. So this month is going to do a lot of revealing of our power in ways that we aren't going to be able to deny it anymore. And I I don't know you guys, but this actually kind of terrifies me. Like my ego's like, how do we be more powerful? How do we be more authentic? How are we going to see more of our light? But I know it's what's going to happen. And I'm personally here for it, because I'm here to live full out. I'm not here to play small in any way, as I'm sure you guys are picking up on that aren't new here. I think I think it was Mike in the Superconscious Mastery group. I did have a comment pop up, something that I saw about how I have so much stamina. Honestly, when I like every moment of me doing this, of me coming on live, of me channeling all of the classes that I'm channeling daily for Superconscious Mastery, doing the YouTube daily videos, the actual creation, oh guys, it's 111. The actual creation of this magic is so it gives me so much life. It's literally like it's fuel. It's like food for me. It's all I need. I'm channeling source. So it every single time I do it, I feel like I'm getting such an upgrade because when I go into channel, like even now because I am very consciously channeling, but when I'm fully in channel, it is nothing but pure magic and love rushing through me. So that's how I keep doing it because the divine is literally fueling me. So it's all the other things like the tech things and the other business things that I have to do that get a little exhausting sometimes. But then all I got to do is go and channel an ascension session and I fuel myself up again. So I'm sharing that because I know that this is what is going to start to happen for so many, for all of you. The more that you just start to create and embody the light that you are, and it can only happen in the now. It can only happen in the now. Oh, I forgot. I just saw. Thank you, Dave. I just saw it says happy 222. This is I'm 99% sure. I think the only person that might have a different I because these lives kind of screwed up a little bit my days that I've been doing daily, but I think I did the math right and that today is the 222nd video or live I've been on YouTube in a row, have not missed a day, which is just freaking crazy. So 222 days ago, I started this journey and I started it terrified, but knowing that 111 days of showing up on YouTube daily was what I was supposed to do. I didn't know what was going to come, how it was going to work out. I just knew if I committed to that, everything in my life would transform. And that is what happened. And that is why we're here. And so much has come through that. My connection with so many of you, frequency mastery, no super conscious mastery. My life is transformed in all the ways for the better. And I am so grateful for all of you that have been here on this journey, even if this is the first time you showed up. Thank you. So I guess that kind of plays into what I was saying is that the more that we see and own and embody our truth and our light, the more the easier it gets to be because you don't have to put so much energy into resisting and denying your truth, your power. We exhaust ourselves on such a deep and pleasing and problem solving and fixing and figuring it out and strategizing in ways that aren't aligned and it gets exhausting. And so the more that you allow yourself to just be who you're here to be, all of that work turns into energy that fuels your fire, that helps you do what you're here to do, that helps you see what you're here for. And it just becomes easier. And that is, again, more of what I keep hearing is going to come through in November is just a lot of deep, like feeling and integration of our power. And we aren't the more that you deny it, the more that you resist doing what is exciting and igniting you, the more that you exist, the more that you resist the callings that you have to do whatever things you feel called to do, it's going to get really hard for you. The source, your highest universe are going to keep showing you where you're not free. And all you got to do is let go. You don't have to fix anything anymore. Your time with that is done. You just have to be in that moment who and how you want to be. And in the beginning, it can be challenging, but I promise you that you are always rewarded. And so the more that you can through November and especially through Scorpio season, really allow yourself to be on a journey of intimacy. This is another thing that came through in my channeling for myself this morning, was that I really need to get even more intimate, which I don't know how that's possible, but it'll happen, more intimate with myself and with my divinity and with my channel for me, not just for all of you. And you all have the ability too, as so many of you are seeing in Superconscious Mastery, is that being the channels that we are, living super consciously, being the alchemists we're here to be, is easy when you cultivate and create the ability to just live in the now and trust in what you're feeling. And then you get clearer and clearer on the ways that your vibration, that your energy, that your frequency are here to be. And when all of that is in resonance, it can't not draw to you what is for you. And the best part is, the other thing is it does is it repels everything that isn't for you, because the more that you are embodied and understanding and owning the fact that your identity is divinity, anything that isn't a match for that belief, when you create and know and own that belief, can't affect you, because you know it. You know you are divinity, but you are here having a human journey. So you get to do what excites and ignites you. You have your own sacred magic that is here to come through you, but you have to be willing to own and see and be the power that you are. You have to be willing to. No one else can do it for you. And a lot of what else is going to come through November is seeing where we're giving our power away. So a lot of seeing what our power is going to illuminate where we're giving our power away. And this is in all areas of life. There's the source is not messing around. They want nothing more, the divine wants nothing more than all of you to be here embodied in your truth in the new earth, loving yourself, showing up for yourself, choosing yourself. And that's how you'll then be of the highest service. But if you stay in the paradigm of needing to still heal and fix and be worthy, you're going to stay in that paradigm and in that reality. So when you see, I am healed to the level that I need to be right now, I am healed. It is we're constantly going to be evolving and expanding, but when you come at it from a place of embodiment in your power and trust in yourself and surrender to the now, there's no more questioning, because you don't need to. As soon as you're questioning, as soon as you're trying to figure anything out, you're in your mind, and as soon as you're in your mind, you're in your ego, and you're in that ego-based consciousness that is going to always take you back down into lower frequencies. And there's nothing wrong with it. It's a part of this journey, but we're all so far beyond it. We're so far beyond this. We're here to fully embody and be the light that we are. So if you've been feeling like things have been testing or challenging you, as I brought through in a video that I know was challenging for some people, it's really just your highest awakening you to your power. Nothing is testing you. It's calling you higher. You're the one testing you and challenging you and holding on. The answers are always clear. And the more that you just do and go after what you want to, you will see the impact that you're making. It's very humbling for me right now to be hearing and feeling the impact that superconscious mastery is already making. It's a creation that I know has been a lifetime and probably multiple lifetimes coming, and to just be here, experiencing it and channeling it through. Thank you, Steve. You're so sweet. Is really just like to be here, bringing this through, owning my power. It's humbling. It's still challenging, but every day gets easier because it's attracting everything I've ever dreamed of and beyond that. And mainly that's the connections, that's the people, because we aren't here to do this alone. It's so much more fun to be in the 5D, to be in the new earth with friends, but we're all here on our own individual journey. So you have your own individual experience that you're here to have for the oneness that we all are. But you get to do it while being a mirror of the divinity in others. Here's one more thing. I think this is maybe the final thing that we'll bring through right now, and then we'll we'll go into the energy upgrade, which I'll let Zero bring through for us all. So, the last thing that came through for me yesterday, I think, is that this time now through November and into December is about being the light in the light. Being the light in the light. We've all done enough being the light in the dark, trying to fix everything and everyone, trying to make everything feel good because we are so empathic and aware and conscious. And you may not feel that, but I guarantee you, if you're resonating or feeling anything of what I'm saying, you are a deeply conscious, awake, feeling being purposely here to wake up to your power. You have this power, you have this sensitivity, you have the consciousness that you have purposely. And the more that you live, the higher and higher your frequency and consciousness rises and the brighter your light gets. And then what happens is all of the people that are ready to see the light, to be the light in them, that is who is you're going to start to attract. And it's not that we aren't all here for anyone and everyone, that we're here to help, to be of service of, but not at our own demise, not at our own sacrifice and suffering. Nothing benefits from you settling, from you lacking, from you suffering. You not going after your dreams, you not doing what you want to do is denying us of the magic that only you can bring through. And the divine knows what you're here for. Your highest knows. So you're going to keep feeling the call, and it's going to continue to be really hard to make the things that aren't working for you work. I was there for so long. And I was still like, everything I was trying to do was magic. It was still things of service. It was a lot of things that looked a lot like this, only I wasn't seeing and feeling and embodying my magic, my truth. I wasn't doing it in a way that felt aligned, where I got to live and be in flow and just channel and bring through what I was meant to. I was still trying to figure it out. I was still trying to be 10 steps ahead of myself. And there was a time for that. And I know this can be challenging to people that identify as planners or strategizers or whatever it is. You still get to use all those skills if they're innate for you, but you don't need to identify as that. Your identity is divinity. So when you're living as the divinity that you are, everything that you need, that you innately have, will flow through you. I do not identify as a planner or strategizer. And now that I am just owning and being in the now, like I am, as I've said a lot, I am creating way more. I am way more of service. Things come through me so easily and effortlessly. And when I catch myself in my mind trying to figure it out, I just have to breathe and shift. Like this morning, I was really struggling for about an hour with if I just did the Ascension sessions the same, but I was feeling this deep calling that I needed to upgrade them because I know I'm ready to, and I know you're ready for it. So then as soon as I trusted it, the words came out, everything flowed through, and it was ready for you. But before that, I was really struggling. So when we feel that struggle, when we can't figure it out, when anything's not coming through, that's because it's not for you. And it can just be a simple shift of your paradigm of seeing what you're making hard on you. Maybe you're overcommitting. Maybe you're offering too much. Maybe you're not offering enough. Maybe you're not doing it in a way that is aligned with you. And that comes in all ways of life, within relationship, within the ways you're treating your body, all of it. You have to do what feels right in the now. The ways that we eat, the ways that we move, the connections that we have. The higher your frequency rises, the more awake you become, the more you're going to find all of the things outside of you shift and change. And some things are just here for a season, and some things will shift and change with you. But you have to give everything and everyone else the opportunity to meet you where you're at. It's time for all of us that have done all of the meeting people at the levels that they're at, because we're so conscious and aware. So it feels easier to just be the one that settles a little bit or struggles a little bit, because we just would rather people are comfortable because we can see and feel. You're going to stay there if you choose to keep doing that. When you actually embody your truth and are the light, then people really get to see you and they get to choose if they want to be with you. And same with the opportunities and whatever else. The thing with our ego and being an ego-based consciousness is our ego and our subconscious programming only know what they know. They only know what they've experienced through history and memory, right? So or what other people have told them about. They don't know how good it could be. When you are imagining, tapping into, connecting, seeing visions of things that you would love to do, when things are getting activated and awakened of what you're here for, you're in your superconscious mind. And that your superconscious mind can conceive it all. But then it's challenged by our consciousness, by our self-consciousness, by our ego and our programming that don't know that this is can work out for us because they only know all the things that haven't worked or the ways people let us down before, or whatever it is that we hold on to, that we hold against ourselves. So the only way that you can start to really truly live in the now freely, limitlessly as you're designed to, is to live super consciously, is to follow the frequency and energy and show all parts of you that you're worthy and that you show up for yourself and that you know what to do because you know what to do. And when I say you, just so you guys are always clear, when I say you, I'm talking to you. I'm talking to your soul. I'm talking to the truth of you that I've had the ability to see, to feel, to connect to hear since I was born, pretty sure. At least since 4. So I'm speaking to the truth of you that is going to resonate. You're going to feel what comes through and it's beyond words. And the resonance and the feelings may then turn into words that excite and ignite you. But when you allow yourself to just trust in what you're feeling, and it's not just me that has this ability, you guys all have this ability. This is what we're here for. We're here to live following the frequency and energy, following what resonates is true for us. That's how we're designed. Frequency is our first language. We are here. We are frequency. We are energy. We are vibration. That is how we know what is for us. All of the words and the beliefs and the patterns, that is all created. None of that is you. And a lot of it can serve you. There's a lot of things that our or subconscious mind does for us that is great that we don't want to do. We don't want to have to think about how to brush our teeth every day or all of the simple things that we do. But there's a lot of your programming that is not serving you anymore. And continuing to see it as a problem, continuing to focus on the beliefs and the patterns and the things that you don't want to do anymore is just continuing to keep them in your reality because your reality is only ever what you're conscious of in the now. So if you're constantly trying to fix and figure out, that is your reality. But when you start to just choose to, as often as possible, follow and do what feels good for you, everything expands, everything gets easier. And then you just get to a place where you are literally receiving what you need before you even know you need it, where things just happen because you're there present, where you really are magnetic to everything you need to live a life beyond your wildest dreams. And as soon as you are resisting and denying your divinity or how easy it is to be you, you will see, because you will drop into that frustration or you will see things falling apart around you. And it is only ever because it is not for you. So, being the light in the light, seeing your personal power and really owning the fact that your identity is divinity. Those are the themes coming through from zero, from source, from my highest for you for this month. And the fact that this is all the energy and frequency that's really going to be coming through, the biggest gift that I can give you right now to remember through this is in any moment, just be. Just be and breathe. Your breath is the greatest tool in any situation, in any circumstance. Just breathe and remember who you are. And from that place, respond how feels aligned to your highest. You will know in the now. And you can sit here all you want and try and predict and figure out and have all these ideas popping into your head of, if I start out embodying my truth, so and so is going to do this, and what about this, and what about that? You're already in your ego based consciousness again. Just be there when you get there. And you know what? A lot of the things that you think are going to happen probably aren't going to happen. We spend so much of our time worrying about things that don't happen. And all of that is us imagining these realities that aren't what we want to live. You only ever have what's here. Your ego, your self consciousness, when you're in your mind, is in your memories and history. Anytime you're thinking about the past or the future, you're not here consciously. So if you're thinking about the past or the future, you cannot receive the divine wisdom, inspiration, channelings that you're here to receive. As soon as you are in the past or the future, you are not going to be able to hear the direct line that is trying to call through to you for what you're here for. But the best part is that you are so freaking powerful that all you got to do is breathe. Is breathe, drop into your heart. Literally just feel into your heart, breathe into your heart, breathe into your belly. We'll do it in a second, but you can start now. Just breathe and feel. That's it. That's all you have to do. And the more that you do that and you just start to trust in what you're hearing, what you're sensing, what the frequency and energy is telling you in the now, and you just make little shifts and changes, you will be mind blown at how things just start to accelerate. And that's the other one last theme we'll leave with, well, not leave, we're not done yet. We'll end with for November is that this month is going to be an acceleration of your ascension. And the more that you can allow yourself to be present, the more that you can allow yourself to trust and surrender, the faster you're going to collapse time. And it's not going to be long before you're really seeing how powerful you are. And I know a lot of you are seeing it, but I know that a lot of you, because I'm hearing it, are still resisting. And there's areas where you are still not fully owning your personal power. And anywhere that you are resisting your divinity means that you aren't fully showing up in all ways as the divine being that you are, because uh, you're divine, and divine is divine. There's no limiting, there's no lack, there's no fear, there's no insecurities. We're still human, they're going to show up. So I'm not crazy in telling you you're not going to see them. But when you see these things pop up, when you see life bump into the ways that you're not free and the things you're holding on to, that is an opportunity to see what you're holding on to that is limiting you. And when you breathe and you're present and you see it through the eyes of your highest, of your superconscious mind in the now, you alchemize it. You alchemize it into light because your consciousness, you are consciousness. So when you're conscious here, present and aware, you shine the light of consciousness on what you're holding on to, on what is not serving you. And it's Scorpio season, guys. It's November. There's going to be depth, there's going to be transformation, there's going to be shadows. And those shadows, the darkness, whatever you're holding on to, there's it doesn't stand a chance to your light. All you have to do is see it and allow it. Allow it. Stop ignoring the fact that you have certain beliefs or thoughts or have done or been in certain ways, but see that that's not you anymore. You identify now as divinity and shine the light of your truth onto anything, and you will alchemize it into light and love. I promise you. It may take a bit of time depending where you are in your ascension journey, but you're never doing it wrong. It's just being here. It's being conscious, because what we focus on we're putting our energy into, and where we put energy, things accelerate, things expand, things are happening. I can't amplify, I guess. I'm trying to find a word that I can't, isn't coming through. But what we're focusing on is what we're creating. So if you just every day start to focus and put your awareness and your consciousness and your attention on your power, on your passion, on your divinity, on you in the now, That's all that it takes. That's all that it takes. Just like with everyone's seeing in Superconscious Mastery, like having these channelings from source, having practices to learn how to see and hear your highest, listening to light language, doing these things daily that connect you to the now in new ways, shakes and breaks up your normal patterning. And that's how things really start to shift and change. It's great to go and do a meditation every morning, but if it just becomes a patterned routine and you aren't living it, then that's where you might still be feeling resistance. We have to integrate into our lives the magic that of us being conscious, the magic of us being embodied. There's so much coming through. It's so hard for me to keep up with what's channeling through as per usual. So, you are pure awareness. Your awareness is divinity. When you choose to see consciously in the now whatever is going on and you bring the light there, you will alchemize it into what you need to. And you don't need to know and you don't get to know what that looks like till you get there. And along the journey, the more that you just enjoy your journey, the more that you are here for you, it gets so good. It gets so good and so easy. I promise you. I promise you. Okay. I really wanna read the chat, but I really wanna stay in this vibe. So I'm not gonna get distracted just yet. Um I have one more thing I want to bring through before I let Zero come through and give us a little energy upgrade. I shared this in a surprise pop-up mastery class in Superconscious Mastery. And if for some reason it's coming through right now to share it with you, because I've had a few emails about how much it resonated. So I'm going to give you guys a little gift of, I know a lot of you have referred or have referred to or heard people refer to the dark night of the soul that I know so many of us are or have experienced. And for a long time, I have been referring to it mainly to myself, but to some others as the dark life of the soul, because that is what I felt like until, I don't know, about 6 months ago, but really over the last couple months is it just felt to me the dark night of the soul or dark life of the soul is this the reason I it feels like a lifetime to me is because I feel like since my first awakening, which I was 4, I have been in this battle consciously, even though back then I didn't really understand that's what was happening, between my ego and my soul, between my head and my heart, this constant battle of knowing, like knowing in the frequency, energy, feeling way that it is all love and light, that there is so much more than the settling and struggling and suffering and all of these things that human beings do, and being able to see the divinity of people. But then I had this ego that we all have that was just creating all these patterns and ways that we had to be. And it's just been this constant inner battle for me. And I've been very aware for probably the last decade of the dark night of the soul that I was in. And really awake, really conscious, but really frustrated with the fact that I couldn't quite get out of it until recently. And that was literally just starting to show up daily, showing up every day for me, choosing me, putting what felt right for me more important than anything else. And it's how I've been of the highest service, even though I've been of service to people my whole life. And it it's transformed me and my whole reality. So I needed to bring that through to let anyone know out there that maybe you aren't alone in the fact that you felt like a very long time, if not your whole life, you've had this inner struggle of like, it feels like anxiety and excitement. I will have never identified with being anxious, but our ego, anxiety to me is a lack of action. So when your soul is excited, when your soul is calling you and igniting you and trying to get you to move forward, your ego is going to send up red flags. It will feel to a lot like anxiety, stress, overwhelm, all of these things because it doesn't want us to move forward, because it wants us to keep doing what it's always done, because it has no idea how good things could be if we just let go. It's only focused on what we could lose. Your ego only ever knows what it could lose. It has no idea what it could gain. So it's up to you now to see that you are ready to lead the truth of you, the soul of you, and to show all parts of you how good it gets to be by living in the now. And that's when we really get out of this dark life of the soul, because the more that you just follow your soul, the more that you trust in who you are in the now, and you allow yourself to just expand, it gets so easy for all of those patterns and all of those ways of being that aren't serving you to just dissipate, because they don't have any place to show up anymore. There's no need for them, or there's no space or time for them. If you have a habit or an addiction or anything that you're feeling like you have to let go of or change so that you can be enlightened or so you can be worthy, you are going to stay trying to fix and problem solve that. And if you do, most likely you're going to replace it with something else that is then just taking up the space in that. I encourage you now to use this month to be in your power, to start to just create and do something that you want to do, and start to give your time and your awareness, your attention, your frequency to the now, to the truth, and be here and see. Like, don't, if you fall back into old ways, don't take that as an opportunity to blame or shame yourself. Take it as an opportunity again to see where you're not free, allow it, see why you just chose it, see what it gave you. And the more you are aware from a place of compassion and understanding, you will see these things transform and shift and change. But we have to shift our paradigm and perspective around it. You give everything meaning. You give everything meaning. All of you are listening to me, having different things activated within you, perceiving me in a different way. I can't control any of that. I can't control any of that. My highest came through. I was in a little bit of a ego spiral um, the other day, that I needed to see some shit I was holding on to. But then I sat and what came through for me, I promise I'm going to go into channel. What came through for me was that judgment says something about the person, says everything about the person judging, and nothing about what's being judged. When we're judging anything, it only says something about us, because anytime we're judging anything, in any way, having an opinion about anything, it's through our lens, it's through our experiences, it's through our preferences. So it's exhausting. And I spent my lifetime being so afraid of judgment and so afraid of abandonment, and it was freaking exhausting. And it's not to say that my ego doesn't still have these feelings and fears, but it's getting a lot easier for it to see that we are free and that we get to live limitlessly, and that us being in the now, being authentic and vulnerable is safe, even though it's terrifying. It's safe and it's worth it. But I still slip into these times, so that I heard that, and I'm sure I've heard it before, I thought of it, but it just, the way it came through was, it hit me of, it's really true. Because same for me, like, there's opinions and things that I have, like, I don't like chocolate. I don't like chocolate. Doesn't mean that chocolate's bad, right? We all have our opinions. We all have judgments of things, but judging, like actually judging something, is what's keeping you out of the 5D. So when you start to see the things that you're judging within yourself, you need to start to see that's what's keeping you not free. So when things come up, as certain behaviors or thoughts or things come to the surface that you're feeling shame around, or that you're telling yourself you can't possibly be a spiritual being if you think this way or you choose this thing, that's the problem. That's the only problem that you have, is the paradigm and the perspective that you have about anything that you're doing. That is literally the only problem. As soon as you erase that problem, as soon as you stop judging yourself and you allow yourself to just be there and observe and see whatever is happening in the now, and give it the opportunity to expand, to ascend you, because that's all it's trying to do. It's all it's trying to do. Everything is just here to show you where you're not free, or where you, or how you want to be. So the things that excite and ignite you and expand you, that's what we're here for. That's what we're here for. We're here to be expanded and ignited and ascending, right? And awakening more and more to our power and to our truth. And you can only do that now. You can only do that now. So now, otherwise, this is just going to turn into a full on mastery class. Guys, this is what we're beginning with. So, if this is igniting and exciting you, I highly encourage you to jump in to the masterclass on Friday. Or if you really want to be bold, I encourage you to join Superconscious Mastery. Just to let you all know, you can join at any time and you'll get instant access to everything that's already been brought through. And then you can join still in the live creation of it going live. We're live doing it till February 7th, but you get to start your 111-day transformation whenever you're meant to. So, dropping that too. Now, let's go inward if you can. And I know probably a lot of you are doing life and listening to me. If you can, close your eyes and go on an inward journey with me. If you want to keep your eyes open, you can. If you're doing something else, that's fine, but breathe with me. Thank you, Doopy Drub. You guys are so sweet. It means the world to me. Thank you. All of the support, all of the love in any way. Just you guys being here. But when you guys go to your way, thank you. It means the world. Okay, so connect in with me in any way you can. Breathe. At least breathe. So we're going to breathe. I'm going to bring us into our hearts all at the same time. Let's do some grid work. Let's bring some light and love all over this planet right now, whether you're live or doing the replay. So, closing your eyes if you can. Just relaxing your shoulders, your forehead, your third eye. Starting to notice your breath. Just draw your breath deeper and deeper into your body. No matter what you're doing, you're breathing. So do it consciously, intentionally. Fully inhaling through your nose if you can. Filling and expanding your belly on the inhales. And fully releasing out of the mouth on the exhales. Just taking your time with each breath. Just breathe on your own right now. I will count us through breathing together after we all get a little centered, a little grounded, present right here and now. We're grounding, we're connecting, we're anchoring into this now moment, into your power, your truth, your light. Just continuing to breathe. And as you breathe, bring your awareness to your heart. Bring your hands over your heart if you want. But regardless, just feel into your heart. Maybe you can hear your heart, see your heart, feel the beat of your heart. But just connect to your heart, breathing fully. And just noticing right now anything coming through for you, anything you're feeling. Just observing it, allowing it, feeling it, receiving it. And then on your next inhale, holding, pausing at the fullness of your inhale. And then I'm going to count us all down. And on 3, we're all going to exhale. So 1, 2, 3, fully, completely exhaling it all out, pausing at your emptiness. And then I'll count us down. And on 3, you're going to inhale. And when you inhale, I want you to bring in the light of divinity. So 1, 2, 3. Consciously breathing in the light, the truth, the love, the divinity that is you, filling your belly on the inhale. And now that you have the light, the truth, the divinity within you, allowing this light to release, to remove anything that is not serving you. 1, 2, 3, release. Let it go. Empty it all out completely. And then just allow yourself now to breathe however feels best for you. But feeling on every inhale your heart, feeling your heart. And on every exhale, just allow yourself to create space, to soften, to surrender. And we are going to bring through for you right now some magic, some love, some power, some truth. So no matter what you're doing, just breathe and receive. This is 0, by the way. We were waiting for Courtney to let us fully come through her for you. So just receive right now whatever hits, whatever resonates. Knowing each breath you're bringing in light, and allow the light to illuminate all that is within you. And on every exhale, just allow whatever is not the divine you to release, to go, to flow out to wherever it's meant to be that is not within you. And just seeing and feeling now back into your heart. Now knowing that you cannot do this wrong. You cannot do this wrong. And we're not talking about this moment, this ascension, this activation, this upgrade. We're meaning this life thing. You can't do it wrong. But so many of you are making it a lot more complicated and a lot harder on yourself. You're making it a lot more work than it needs to be. It's time for you to trust in the divinity that you are, to allow yourself to be free. There is no way that you can get being you wrong. The only thing that you have proof to tell you that you are in any way doing things wrong is when you're not being you, is when you're playing the roles, when you're being the characters, when you're acting as if you need to struggle and suffer and figure out anything and fix anything. That is what's challenging you. That's what's hard for you. That's where you're struggling, is you're all doing so much work because you're trying so hard to do and be and prove, when all you really need to see is that you are divinity. You have everything you need. You are the light. You are the one. You are the way. If you're here hearing us and you're resonating with us in any way, then you are here to remember. You are here to remember your power, your light, your truth, your freedom. You chose to come down and go on this journey of being a human, of forgetting for a while your power, but now it's time for you to remember fully, completely how powerful you are. A lot of you are seeing and owning it in certain ways, but you are powerful in all ways. There is no area of your life where you are meant to struggle. Not one. And if right now that ego, that programming is popping up, telling you it doesn't know how to fix or change certain things, certain situations, certain relationships, that's because it doesn't know. It doesn't. Your ego and your programming has no idea. It has no idea how to fix and problem solve. The proof of it is how much have you tried? How much have you tried to figure out and fix and problem solve and do all of the deep inner work and see your shadows and avoid your shadows and abandon yourself? And how has that worked? We know a lot of you have clearly awakened and gone through shifts and changes, or you wouldn't be here. But now you get to be free. Now it gets to be easy, but you have to choose for it to be. So you need to see that the way that your ego wants it to be is not working for you. You, the true you, the limitless you, has all the answers. But the answers you're seeking and searching for happen in the now as you're living as the divine being you're here to be, not as you're replaying the past and worried about the future. You're going to keep replaying the past and worrying about the future as long as you choose to be in that paradigm. You're here to live. You're here to ascend. You're here to embody divinity. You are here to be unstoppable. You are here to be limitless, light and love. And you're here on a human journey that you get to enjoy. You have certain things coded within you that excite, that expand you. There's certain gifts and abilities and brilliance and genius that is so innate within you that you coded in you so that you could bring through magic that this world needs. And it all happens now. And as overwhelming as that may feel sometimes, because maybe there feels like there's a lot of things that are coming through or a lot to do, or how do I change it all and now be the divinity? I get it, I feel it, but what next? There you go. Figuring it out, thinking about it. You're going to do it. But the more you see it, the more you illuminate the fact that being in your mind is always taking you out of your heart. It's your opportunity. It's your opportunity to be, to breathe, and to just feel. And there's so much of your time in this human reality that all you're meant to do is be there, is enjoy it. A lot of you are getting in your way because you're seeking and searching for things that are so much lower than the frequency you're here to be in. A lot of you are searching for feelings and validation and approval and opportunities that are not aligning, that are not coming through, that are not working out for you because you're so much bigger than that, or because it gets to be so much easier, or because it gets to feel so much better. You embodied in your divinity, loving yourself completely wholeheartedly is a feeling, is a frequency, is an energy, is a vibration that there are not words for. There's no explanation. There's no knowing. The greatest word we can give you for it is ecstasy, but it's beyond that. It's complete peace, while also elation, while also joy. You're just there, present, feeling without a question as to where you should be, what you should do, what you need to be figuring out. You're just there living. That is what you are here to discover, to uncover. This is what you're here for, is a journey of self-realization, of self-actualization, of actually embodying all that you're here to be. And your sacred frequency is coded to everything in this earth that is for you living a life beyond your wildest dreams. So all you have to do is feel and own and embody in the now what is you. And what is you is you. There's no question. You won't wonder. It just is. You just are. You are the I am. And anything you put after I am is what You are creating your identity to be, which you aren't renouncing the fact that you are here having a human journey. So you can follow I am with things, but do it consciously. I am divinity. I am free. I am powerful. I am abundant. Whatever it is that you want to be. All of the roles and characters and beliefs and identities that you are holding on to are all that are stopping you from being your truth. So many of you have, all of you have a lot of roles that you're playing and a lot of ways that you're being that are no longer aligned. A lot of them were purposeful to get you here. But it's time now for you to see you're beyond. You are beyond. You are beyond all of it. You are frequency, energy, divinity, light, love. And in the now, you will always receive what you need. But you have to be here. You have to be here breathing, feeling, receiving, and then responding in the now with whatever is going on. It is truly the greatest gift you can give yourself is to cultivate and create the ability to love yourself completely, wholeheartedly. And because the only way that you can love yourself is if you're here, choosing yourself, feeling yourself, being yourself. Bringing your awareness back to your breath. Placing your hands over your heart if you can. Just fully inhaling and exhaling, noticing anything you're feeling, anything coming through for you. You, the you we are speaking to, you are the awareness of this. You are not the thoughts, you are not the fears, you are not this body. You're not what you've done. You're not what you want to do. You are you. You are the divine light that is here, seeing and observing it all. And we're calling you higher, to a higher level of frequency and consciousness, where you see beyond and you reveal what is hidden under the veils. Bringing your awareness to your heart, breathing into your heart, seeing, feeling, knowing a little flicker of light in the center of your heart. As you breathe, and just think about maybe you see, maybe you know, maybe you feel. Does not matter how it comes through for you, but there is a light in your heart. And every breath and every heartbeat, that light is growing, it is expanding. Maybe placing your fingers somewhere on your pulse and just feeling with each pulse, with each beat of your heart, this light expanding through your heart. Feel this light expanding, filling your heart until it pours out of your heart, filling your whole being with light, with your presence, with your truth, with your divine sacredness. Just feeling your frequency, your energy, your vibration, and allowing it to rise, feeling it rise with every beat, with every pulse of your being, knowing you are raising your frequency, raising your consciousness, raising your vibration. And then start to feel as this light becomes so strong that it pours through your whole being, pouring all the way down through you. feeling the light pouring down through you into the ground, into the earth. And feel as this light pours through you that you are nurturing, nourishing this world with your light, with your truth, with your magic. And just feel your light pouring into this world, the light of your divinity, the light of love, the light of bliss and happiness. And just feel as you pour this energy, this frequency through into this earth, it pours back into you. So now seeing and feeling light pouring in through your crown, pouring all the way in through you, and then all the way down into the earth. And just see this light that is coming from the center of your heart, nurturing, nourishing, ascending, expanding, awakening this world to more light, to more love, to more divinity, to higher frequency, to higher energy, to higher consciousness. You are this powerful. You are. You are the chosen one. You would not be here if you weren't. You chose this. Just breathing and feeling, continuing to feel this light moving all the way through you and into you, all around you. And bring your gaze, if you can, to your third eye, to the space between your brows. Eyes can be open or closed, but just tap in, tune in to the consciousness of your superconscious mind that conceives and knows all timelines. What do you see? What do you know? What do you feel that you are here now to focus on, to create, to birth? What is it time for you to do, to move towards? What are you here to express, to experience? What are you here to feel? Just seeing whatever comes through, knowing it is for you. Knowing that whatever is coming through for you is a clue as to how you make all of the magic and miracles that you are here to. But it is so beyond what you can possibly comprehend that just follow this and know it gets to be so much better, so much easier than you can ever comprehend. You just got to live it, be it, breathe it, express and experience it now. Just continuing to breathe. Feel the power, feel the magic, feel the frequency, feel the energy. We are clearing, cleansing, releasing right now everything that you are here in this moment to let go of. From this moment forward, choose consciously as your highest would every opportunity. What would your truth, your divinity, your highest choose? Breathe and feel and respond as you feel called to. Pressing your hands together at the center of your chest if you want to. But regardless, just bring a smile to your face. Excited, feeling the frequency, feeling the energy, feeling the power that you have just ignited within you and all around you. Knowing that there is an abundance, a never-ending supply of magic and miracles coming to you from this moment forward, and all you got to do is receive them. Receive them. You are worthy. We love you. Thank you for going on this journey today. Thank you for doing the light work that you're here to do, but now it gets to be easy. You're free. You're ready. You are divinity. We'll let Courtney come back through now. Thank you again. Hello, friends. You can open your eyes if they're closed. Um, Everything's shaky and hot. I need to always remember on these lives to wear less clothing. Oh my goodness, everything's pulsing in me. um, I feel really dizzy. I always feel this need to tell you guys this because there's times where it feels like I'm gonna black out. I never have, and I don't think I ever will, but it's like this rush when 0 leaves me. It's like this rush when I start, and then this rush when I end. So then it's this calibration as I start to just talk and ramble a little bit and ground back into here and now. So for all of you that are curious how this works, that's what I experience. Um, so yeah. See, now I just feel super high. It's literally all I need. All I need is that. It is the greatest drug is allowing source to stream through you. I highly encourage you all to own the fact that you are here to be channels, every single one of you, and allow yourself to receive divinity. It is the greatest gift. Okay. So now here we are. We have ascended. We have expanded. We have ignited more light. I need to start to remember to drink more water before I start this. But, anyways, we have just ascended beyond. Oh, we're at an hour and 11 minutes, guys. That's fun. Oh, and it's 212 here. How magical. All the numbers, all the signs, always, all the time. Okay, I don't know. I'm just feeling so honestly high right now. That's what I'm feeling. If you guys want to put in the chat anything you experienced, anything you're feeling, anything you received, what I'm hearing to wrap this up before I just briefly look at the chat is to make sure now that you allow yourself to center, to ground, to anchor into this frequency. Don't do things to anchor into old frequencies. Trust now, after this, whenever you do this, it is going to be clear to you on the other side of this upgrade what you need. It may be a nap, it may be a walk, it may be a bath. There's going to be something that you feel called to do to connect to you, to nurture you in your own way. It may just be breath. You may want to put on a song and dance. I actually really highly encourage you to move your body and to just allow yourself to now integrate into now. Anytime you guys do anything with me, so when you do the daily YouTubes or anything, I highly encourage you after to tap into what you need because it's the ultimate time to really hear what you need now. And every time that we expand, that we ascend, that we awaken more, because we're on a constant journey of awakening to who we are. So every time that we awaken more, there's going to be a call for us to do something. And it's going to be different than last time, most likely, because you're a whole new version of you. That's what living super consciously is. We are constantly expanding and evolving. And everything that is truly innately you, which is divinity, but all of the codes within you that are what feel good for you, they're always going to be with you. All the things that are for you, that are all the parts of you that feel good, all your gifts and magic, they're never going to leave. They never have. But the more that you allow yourself to embody your truth, the more and more you're going to see what they're here for. You're going to start to experience and express them more and more. And that is truly what this month is going to be showing you. It's I'm feeling that even louder now that this is just the beginning. November hasn't even started yet, but this is just the beginning of you really seeing your power. You really seeing your truth, and it's beyond what you can currently even right now comprehend. So just continue to follow what feels right, what excites you. I promise you, you won't disappoint yourself. You showing up for yourself, you being here now, conscious, choosing you can't disappoint you. The only way you've ever disappointed you, the only way you've let yourself down is when you abandon you. when you don't trust yourself, when you don't follow through on what you want to do. I'm not saying that so that you judge yourself. I'm saying it to empower you that now all you got to do is choose you. Promise. Okay, let's just scan through the end of this chat. I'll read it all after. I see. I am divinity. Yes, you are. I am worthy. I am divinity. Thank you. Thank you. I'm so in gratitude for all of you that were guided here. Felt the energy in my aura and fragments of dreams I have been having. Magical. Faraz says 0 is a vibrational experience. On the more analytical, there are overlapping words, themes from YouTube videos, but the value comes from the vibrational aspect. Could not have said that better myself. Thank you. And I know you've been on this journey with me for a while, and I know you've been in it, and that is exactly how I experience it. 0, it's in a vibrational experience. There is a lot of words that come through very similar because 0 has to work with me. Everything is really beyond words, but I am the translator. So it's still coming through the best I can translate the frequency, the energy, the words that are coming through very fast. Um, so yeah, there's constantly as I upgrade, there's new words and new things coming through. I've noticed, and it also depends in what energy I'm tapping into, because the way that it works is that 0 is basically like the spokesperson and will tap into whatever it it needs to of the frequency that we all are, of the background frequency basically of the universe. So right now we're in this Scorpio energy, so that's what's coming through. But yeah, it's a vibration. It's when you just allow yourself to feel it and hear what you hear. So the words that resonate, the things that stick with you, the feelings that you get, that is what's for you. Anything that isn't making sense to you, anything that's challenging your ego, don't worry about it, because that's just your ego and your programming trying to distract you from the fact that you are magic and that you just experienced a lot of miracles, and that's all that matters, because your soul is coming more and more online. And the thing is, guys, your soul just is. Your soul doesn't need to figure anything out. So the more you awaken, the more that you allow yourself to see and own and be divinity and be here now, your soul becomes more and more online, more present, and it just is. It doesn't need to figure anything out. Your soul knows it all. It knows it has a direct line to your superconscious mind. It knows how limitless you are. It knows why you're here. So the rest of it is just for the fun of this journey of being human and expanding and being the alchemists that we're here to be, because everything that you alchemize into light heals this world in ways that you can never conceive. There's absolutely no way you can know the impact that you're making. You can know parts of it. You can know parts of it, but you cannot possibly know every impact that you're making. So you being you, you choosing you is just the best thing you can do, and trust it's all working out as it's meant to. Um, what else is coming through? How do you find the words to speak so long? I can barely speak for 10 seconds at a time. Again, I this is why I know I've been this my whole life. When I'm just like, if I were you were to see me at just a party or a grocery store, I don't talk. Like Courtney, when I'm teaching a yoga class, leading meditation, when I've been doing all the things I've done in the past, as soon as I'm leading, as soon as I'm on a stage, as soon as I'm recording a video or going live, a different source takes over. There's I can't keep up. There's no question as if things are going to come through and if I'm going to be able to talk. I could channel for 24 hours straight and it wouldn't stop. But then when I'm just living my life, I'm pretty freaking quiet. I don't really talk much. So you guys see me talk a lot, but if you were to hang out in my house most of the time, I don't really say much. So I don't know. It's just It's just what I'm designed to do, I guess. It's how I channel is verbally. This is what it means to be a verbal channel, and I love it so much. So, now that I have no resistance to it, now that I only have, like, 5% resistance to it, so much is wanting more is wanting to come through me, which can be a little overwhelming at times, just like yeah, it's easier for me to just go into trance and let the most powerful frequency come through rather than trying to translate sometimes multiple streams that are coming into me, if that makes any sense. It's how I experience it. Um, can you be headed from the vibration? Yeah, that's definitely. Like, when I'm doing it, when I'm channeling, no, but when I come out, there is, like, this dizziness, lightheadedness, but it's just because there's so much energy and frequency coming through me, and then it's that just calibration now back into being human again and not just being an open channel. But again, for me, I know I've always done this, so I wasn't aware this is what I did when I used to do it, but now that I know it I used to feel like I was, like, gonna black out. There was a long time where I thought there was actually something wrong with me because I would get I get, like, pins and needles in my face, in my hands, and it's so much pins and needles, like, in my chest that I would feel like, am I having a heart attack? And all like I used to have panic attacks about what I was feeling, but it really was just frequency channeling through me. So now it's just fun. Like, now I know it just means I'm aligned and something's trying to come through me and I love it, but it used to scare me. So now just the more awareness we have, like, there's so many ways that we can get tricked into thinking that things that we feel that aren't normal are wrong, but a lot of them are the ways that the divine is trying to connect to you or trying to awaken you or activate you. So I always am of the belief that we know. So just trusting in what you're feeling and receiving. One thing I do need to definitely get better at is hydrating. I get incredibly dehydrated channeling. And so that is one thing that I know helps me if I remember to drink a lot of water before I start. Um, yeah, there's so much. I could talk about this all day. Guys, oh, we're at an hour and 22 minutes. Um, okay, yeah, there's so much I want to say and talk about, but you know what? If you're curious about channeling and living super consciously, you might as well just jump into Superconscious Mastery. I am also going to let you guys know a little just mark your calendars for anyone that wants to on yes, yes, definitely Kangen water. Could not be a bigger supporter of Kangen water, as well as, oh my God, you guys, I've just discovered recently, oh, I should have brought in a bottle. These, this thing called Magic Mind. It's like these little elixir shots. It's got like apogenics. Oh my God, I can't talk right now. Normal words and certain mushrooms and things. And it is literally like my brain is so happy. I will share it. I like reached out to them because I have never actually found a product that's pre-made that I love so much. I used to have a juice company. And so I'm very picky with these things. And this is like the first product I've found that actually I feel like affects me. Anyways, side note, we can talk on all that later. Where I was going before is I want to let you guys know that I will be doing a very powerful, I don't know exactly what it's going to be, but I'm doing something very powerful on 11/11. So November 11th. If you want to mark your calendars, there is going to be a masterclass, but like beyond that, that I'm going to bring through. The 11/11 portal is as powerful for me as the 8/8 portal, and the 11/11 portal is it is where I've manifested and quantumly every year the most incredible things for the last like 5 years doing this consciously. So mark your calendars for that. Save the date. I will bring through more of that. Um, yeah, magic mushrooms also can affect you too. Not my thing either. I experience enough magic just living that I don't need any extra. but I definitely know that it does help and support many people. There was a time years ago where microdosing really did help me. Um, but yeah, I can't imagine anything outside of just water and living right now for me. Okay, what else? I think that's it. I think that's all I got. Thank you again. I love you all so much. Please join me on Friday for the Scorpio masterclass. It really will be next level. It's going to be 3 hours, but it's going to be deep. Like we're going deep. We're going to really recode. We're going to do a deep superconscious recode and release some stuckness that only Scorpio can really reveal, in my opinion. So, okay. Thank you all. I love you. Have a beautiful rest of your day. And remember, you are divinity. It's really the only answer you need. Okay. Bye, friends.